So Manual actually is very unique in the sense that it has 4 academies, 4 schools under one roof. 7th and 8th grade academy, the 9th grade academy, and 2 career academies. One focuses on business, the other one is health, education, and human services.
Good evening and welcome to Captions. I'm so glad that you joined us again tonight, and I'm so glad that we're still here to present to you Captions after some 35 years of service to our community. Tonight we have a very special show where we're going to be focusing on what's going on with District 150 and a collaboration that we're going to be doing not only tonight but in the future as far as some special things that they're doing called Remarkable Times. And I certainly hope that you tune in, call your friends, call your kids, particularly if they're part of District 150. I think you'll enjoy tonight's show.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Remarkable Times. I'm Dr. Grenita Lathan, Superintendent of District 150. Here today I have 2 outstanding principals in our district. I have Mr. Randy Simmons from Peoria High School, Dr. Sharon Carrot from Manual High School. We're delighted to be here to share with you what's happening in our district in our high school regions, particularly at Peoria High School and Manual High School. We'll start with an overview. I'd like for Mr. Simmons to tell us about what's happening in reference to sports first, and then Dr. Carrot will follow him, and then we'll move on to curricular things that are happening in the district. Simmons?
Thank you, Dr. Lathan. It's an exciting time at Peoria High School right now with the merger of the 2 high schools and the influx of students we've had at Peoria High School. We've found that we've had an overflowing amount of students involved in all of our extracurricular activities, starting in the fall with football. We've doubled our student activity in football, our girls volleyball, and we've since moved into swimming and basketball season, and just a tremendous amount of community support with our activities, not only sports, but Key Club, Student Council have doubled, and our extracurricular. So we've been very, very happy and very, very supportive of all the people that have come to us.
Thank you. Dr. Carrot?
Thank you, Dr. Lathan. I'm happy to talk to you about Manual. Sports-wise, we're doing very well. Football team, we were really pleased with the performance of the team. For the first time in many, many years, they made the playoffs. So kudos to Coach Fauser and his team and the kids. Basketball, boys basketball, they're doing exceptionally well. 7th and 8th graders are also doing very, very well athletically. So athletic-wise, Manual is obviously a powerhouse.
Okay. And I'm sure you're asking, why did she start with sports? Well, next Friday night, January 21st, we have our big game between Peoria High School and Manual High School. And I wanted to say that we're starting out with sports to say that our students must be outstanding students in order to participate in sports. We're excited about the big event next Friday night. It will be a safe event. It will be an exciting event, and we're excited about the community coming out to see what's happening in our schools. I understand the game is at Manual?
The game will be at Manual, and you're right, Dr. Lathan, every student has to be eligible in order to attend the game and play the game. So usually eligibility traditionally has just been for players, but even spectators, Manual students must receive an eligibility card, which means they're in good standing academically in order to come to the game. And it will be safe. We have a great plan, so please come out and support the teams.
Okay, thank you. Now let's move on to what's happening in reference to curricular things at our schools. We know that today was the first day of exams at both Peoria High School and also Manual, and so students are finishing up their first semester, hopefully all A's and B's, and all students have earned the credits for the first semester. So talk about your curricular offerings. What's available if I enter into Peoria High School? What would be my freshman track or my sophomore track, and what options would I have?
At Peoria High School, as most of us know, or the people in the community know, our kids know that we have also, we're a school within a school. We have a fine arts program. We attract throughout most of the city with that. We have a great entrance, and with Roosevelt, a lot of the kids, or the majority of our kids, come from Roosevelt straight into our fine arts. That being a magnet school, those kids are well prepared at Roosevelt. They do an excellent job of preparing their kids, and the kids audition and come over for fine arts, and we're very excited about not only our numbers throughout the years, but the number that we're having this year come from Roosevelt. We'll have well over 40 attend. At this point, we may have pick up some more as the year progresses, but those kids have great opportunities through our fine arts. With we have visual arts. We're just starting digital photography second semester this year. We've got choral events. We've got drama. We've got speech. We do very well in speech competition. Vocal for our music. We've got a big play, community play, coming up next Thursday that Denise Adams has produced, and she does an outstanding job. She's new to us this year. She came to us from Woodruff and did an outstanding job with her community theater, and we're excited about that at Denver Theater next Thursday and Friday, so I can plug that for our fine arts. But other curricular offers, our kids come in, they have a chance to take the full array. I mean, they're going to come in, a freshman would come into Peoria High School, obviously will take math, English, science, history, PE, and they'll split that up with health, and an elective is usually foreign language, and we offer Spanish and French. And so when the kids come in, our counselors spend the time, and they meet with the 8th grade, and so we have a good teaming effect that we can set our schedules with our 8th graders coming in. So we're excited about not only the kids registering, upcoming registration with an enrollment well over 1,300. Kids have a great opportunity with class sizes still under 30, around 25 for most of our class offerings, and even smaller in some of our focus classes, which are fine arts. Really excited. Our counselors are excited. We're excited about our upcoming registration and the prospect of getting more talented kids that in our fine arts program and throughout our building.
Thank you. You heard me introduce Dr. Karada as the principal of Manual High School. I also would like to add that Manual High School also has in the 7th and 8th grade academy. Mm-hmm. Manual is in the midst of undergoing school improvement. Mm-hmm. They received a restructuring grant valued at $6 million over a 3-year period. Mm-hmm. Prior to the award for the grant, the district has provided support to support Manual's restructuring efforts. So tell us about the talent development program at Manual High School, starting with what happens at 7th and 8th grade, and also talk about the high school academies.
Thank you. In 2008, a recommendation was made to the board to implement a new model for learning for Manual. And prior to that, about 65 stakeholders from the community, board members, educators, got together and reviewed best practices in terms of what successful high schools are doing. And they came up with a variety of elements, including a longer day, a longer year, professional development for teachers, team teaching, and also part of that recommendation included the 7th and 8th grade academy, preparatory academy. And also part of the elements for the new model for learning for Manual included small learning communities, or the school within the school concepts. So Manual actually is very unique in the sense that it has 4 academies, 4 schools under one roof. 7th and 8th grade academy, the 9th grade academy, and 2 career academies. One focuses on business, the other one is health, education, and human services. So that really makes Manual very, very, very unique. Part of the recommendation also in 2008 included having a relationship with Johns Hopkins. So Johns Hopkins, they were hired to assist Manual in its transformation to improve student achievement. And and they've done a really nice job. They were brought in because they've had lots of experience turning around low-performing schools. So the 7th and 8th graders are doing an amazing job academically. They have outperformed many schools within our region and actually beyond our region as it relates to ISAT test scores. I know the 7th and 8th grade reading scores, for example, are like 70% of the kids are falling into meets and exceeds, and the 8th grade scores, math scores, are like 65%. That we're making great progress academically as it relates to 7th and 8th grade. And I'm also pleased to say the high school test scores doubled compared to the previous year. So manual it's working. We've learned a lot, and we've had some challenges, but we're very, very pleased. Parents are very, very pleased. Actually, yesterday I was at a meeting where someone mentioned, parents are talking about the academies and they really like the concept and it's working. The kids are learning and are having a good educational experience. So it's a good thing.
Okay. I've heard many people in the community express their concerns because the district closed Woodruff this past school year. And so both of you basically have doubled your enrollment, if I'm not mistaken, at your two high schools. If you could get one message out to the community, what would you like them to know in reference to the increase in your enrollment and what's happening at your schools in reference to the students all just being a Manual High School student or a Peoria High School student?
I guess I'll go ahead and answer. Dr. Lathan, I think it's a great question and a very fair question. I would say the message I'd like to get out is that we have a safe learning environment and a very nurturing, welcoming environment, so when our community parents and kids come in, that they feel welcome, they feel safe, they feel supported. The other message that I'd like to get across, I think, is the fact that not only are they doing that, a good example came up yesterday at our place. We're getting ready for our kids to opt for scholarships, and our alumni and our school put together with the district and a lot of people, community people involved, but our alumni with community or scholarships for our kids. And with the double of the enrollment, all the kids at Peoria High School will be going for the same. They have the same options as far as getting these scholarships. And I think that says a lot for our community and how welcome all the students were through this merger, because there has been some challenges, obviously, but we are a safe school, and our kids, I think they feel safe coming there, and our parents are very, very supportive, very positive with what's been going on in our building this first semester. And things have gotten a lot better. There's structures in place, and I'm really excited about the options of our kids who are going for these scholarships. And the increased enrollment has brought that competition, which is healthy, I think, in our building and our community. So we've had kids that care about who's in the top 10. They care about what colleges and what scholarships are available to them. They're asking questions. They're applying for competitive scholarships in competitive colleges throughout not only the state but across the nation. And we've got our number one has already been accepted at Northwestern. Our number one student, he happens to be an all-area football player, and he will be or has been an all-conference basketball player. So, there's a great example of a student, a young man that is ACT, well in the 30s. Young man's very successful. We're very proud of, but he's just one of many examples that shows you a student that has been doing everything at Peoria High School. So we're very proud of that.
Congratulations. Dr. Karat?
Manual actually embraced the students exceptionally well. We planned, the thing is though, we planned many, many, many long hours to include not only the students actually, but the teachers. And I was very fortunate to inherit some highly qualified veteran teachers from Woodruff, and that made a significant difference.